First Gundam.
When you realize this meme explains how Gundam became successful.
Zeta.
The anti-war messaging flew over people's head the first time around, so it really got to hammer it in this time. And we'll throw in some gender issues on top of that.
Double Zeta.
The overcorrecting sequel to Zeta that's deceptively deep.
Char's counterattack.
The divisive endpoint to the original Universal Century story, where your enjoyment hinges on how much you're willing to tolerate everything around this character.
0080. War in the Pocket.
This is the Christmas special you put on when you want your guests to leave.
F91.
Gundam entry crammed with all the Gundamisms. Yes, even including the pacing issues and Star Wars comparisons.
0083. Stardust Memory.
Gundam if it was Top Gun. Your mileage is going to vary.
Victory.
Whether it's an alleged divorce or a business acquisition, this installment is so hated even the creator urges people not to buy it unless it's to pick it apart and critique it.
Fighter G. Wing.
Arguably most people's introduction to Gundam that has more explosions than Megumin's wet dream.
The 8th MS team.
A Gundam with less space and almost no psychics.
After War Gundam X.
A post-apocalyptic escort mission, and hey, would you look at that, now we know where the 8th MS new types went.
Wing. Endless Waltz.
We've gone from child soldiers to child dictators.
Turn A Gundam.
Alien Twink experience all that 20th century America has to offer.
G-Saviour.
The 90s Netflix adaptation, and we're talking Death Note level of quality.
Seeds.
Who would have thought that one of the most financially successful entries would be a young adult romance melodrama?
Seed Destiny.
You would have thought that this would have been more fitting with Gundam's MO. Boy, did this not work.
MS Igloo.
A CGI anthology series that asks questions that only true Gundam fans care about, like, what if Gundam without the Gundam?
00.
We've gone from child soldiers to child terrorists.
Unicorn.
Okay, this one only makes sense if you have knowledge on Toku and Gundam, but this is the anniversary season.
00 Awakening of the Trailblazer.
Maximum Overdrive with aliens.
Age.
This gives the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise a run for its money in the child murder department. And this is not a sentence I ever thought I'd write in a script.
Build Fighters.
With how important Gunplas are for the franchise, I'm surprised that this wasn't made 5 to 10 years ago. And yes, that also goes for the OVA.
Reconquista in G.
Factions of space people fight over who gets to take on the Space Pope and conquer Earth.
Build Fighters Try.
When you clearly have a favorite child despite the premise being team-based.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Are we the baddies?
Thunderbolt.
It's so grimdark, it's made jazz depressing.
Twilight Axis.
So it starts off with civilians, the laundromat, an engineer and a pilot, Ruin, Gundam, Shark, Zeon, letting go, goodbye.
Narrative.
Unicorn, but with a shit ton more new types.
The Witch from Mercury.
Mecha Harry Potter that's incapable of commitment.
Seed Freedom.
2 decades of waiting, only to get a pretty mess with too much cuckoldry.
GQX.
The Witch from Mercury teams up with a smuggler to do illegal Fighter G.